Federal regulators this morning are pushing to have a bigger say over the apps you use in your car. Jeff Pegues is driving through Washington, where other drivers are seeing red over this move. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning. Millions of people use navigational apps on their phones. They don't use maps anymore while they're driving, but the Department of Transportation believes that using nav apps while driving is just as dangerous as texting while driving. But for now, there is a gray area for police and motorists.
Turn right onto 19th Street North.
Navigation technology has evolved rapidly, with smartphone apps like Waze and Google Maps having up-to-date directions, information on traffic, and even speed traps. But if motorists operate those types of apps behind the wheel, the Department of Transportation believes it's just as dangerous as texting and driving.
I was not using my phone, I was not texting.
Steve Spriggs, a California resident, received a $165 ticket for distracted driving while using a navigation app on his cell phone and decided to fight it in court, and he won.
The reality is the law didn't cover that, so they cited me for the wrong thing. Had I been driving dangerously, they could have cited me for that. Had I been swerving across lanes, they could have cited me for that. I wasn't doing anything but holding a handheld electronic device.
Currently, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration believes it has the authority to regulate and recall specific electronic devices, including apps on smartphones. And in the president's new transportation bill, regulators want to strengthen their authority as the technology continues to evolve. Tim Stevens is editor-at-large at the tech website CNET.
Ultimately, they all try to be as safe as possible, but there really are no regulations or no guidelines right now in use by the majority of these application developers.
Stevens says the tech industry is concerned new regulations could stifle competition and innovation, taking a financial toll on app developers who don't have the resources to comply with new rules.
Pick up my dry cleaning.
With safety in mind, new technology like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto sync your phone's technology to your car. NHTSA is already working with the auto industry by encouraging car makers to sell vehicles with built-in dashboard navigation systems that would take less than 2 seconds for a single interaction while driving.
And they're incentivizing drivers to put their phone down versus the solutions that we're talking about here when it comes to legislation, which would be more of a punishment approach, punishing people who do pick up their phone.
This is a debate that will continue because the Department of Transportation views distracted driving as a deadly epidemic with devastating consequences on the roads. Nora?
Look at Jeff bouncing up and down in a car while he's doing his live shot. Good for you. Look at you.
Thank you.
I'm glad to see you're not in.
Me
You're
too,
driving.
that you're not driving.
That
I
you're
was
not
wondering how
driving.
you're going to do that, Jeff.